We all believe you are that gullible, Fabio. If you actually are that smart, you are going to shock the world. This whole episode, Fabio kept on getting my hopes up that he was just playing dumb and actually a rocket scientist or something. This whole episode, he just proved he's not. He's a dumb person who thinks he's smart. I just love these sociopaths that don't realize they're playing the game with other people. And if you've spent 30 days living in close quarters with someone, and it takes them seeing their family for you to realize they're real people, at this point, I'd be saying, oh, boo-hoo, you haven't seen your family for, what, 30 days? Grow up. So now I've learned they're out there with people they can't trust, playing the game that plays with your head. So you pretty much are dying to see somebody you know and like outside of the game. You know, while I can understand the mental toll the game takes, I'm still thinking, it's only 30 days. You've only got a few days left. Grow up. A place they've never been before? Good thing Coach isn't in this one. He's been everywhere. This is where I'd be screwed on this game. I want to see my dogs. Too many shots to get them there. I don't know where there is, but there would have to be a lot of shots to get dogs to an island and then get them back into the United States. So there's no way I would do that. But that's who I'd want. Up yours, Dan, you dipshit. Guy's a scumbag for not taking you. What'd you ever do to earn it? You know, for a person with money to waste, Dan sure seems like he expects everything handed to him. He hasn't done anything in this game. He's rode coattails the whole way, and now he expects to be given the chance to see his family without winning it himself. I would have got rid of him a long time ago just because he bugs me. I think Chase made the right choice. He made Dan and Fabio mad. Big deal. They weren't part of his alliance. Well, it seems he made Jane mad too. And he probably could have taken Jane and left Holly back, and Holly would have understood and done it for the team. But really, it would have been put into a three-way tie, so I'd be willing to put it up to a tie, especially if I had the idols. Fabio got played, but he's not gullible. Yeah, Fabio, if you're smart and you're not gullible, you don't get played. Obviously, you're not what you think you are. You made $1 million decision. It's 3-3, morons. You should have moved a while ago. You had a chalkboard. You made little hash marks every time somebody in this show decides to make a move or talks about making a move, and it's too late for them to make that move. It would be a big freaking chalkboard. Didn't Jane already say something about herself being number 4 in a three-way alliance? Or being number 4 in the game, which is on the jury? That's what I really didn't get about Jane being pissed. She knew where she was this whole time. She was playing for 4th place. Did she think she's going to come along in that last challenge and win it? I mean, she might the way she was playing earlier, but not the way she's been. I think I could deal with going back to camp and facing the wrath. Tell Fabio to grow up, quit crying about his mommy. Sash hasn't eaten. The dude's wasting away. Holly gave up her reward for the tent thing. Poor little Fabio crying about his mommy. Yeah, I think I can deal with that. I would have turned that one around on Fabio so hard he would have been crying again. Little selfish idiot. Well, if you see your mom twice a year, it ain't no different being out there, is it?
So, I think the best thing I could do is just try to win immunity.
Quit your whining, Fabio. I know I'd travel to Central America to see my mother. 20 minutes left. Should be a good time back at camp. I forgot about the previews of Jane and the Fire. It was a good time back at camp.
My lights have turned on me, and I'm supposed to go home tonight.
Jane flips them off.
Final four, us. That was the game plan.
Jane seems like a pretty cool little old lady. Not like my old neighbor guy. I like Jane getting voted out. She finally made the show good. Took it until down to the final full episode, but this was a pretty good one, and it was all because of Jane back at camp.
Game is happening right now.
This is Marquesas all over.
Yes.
Those in charge get a big head.
In front of the other three, which I gotta hand it to you guys, is a ballsy big move. So Fabio, are you hearing what's happening right now?
A ballsy, gutsy
If I
move.
don't win again, I could be going next.
Possibly stupid. You made him do it, Jeff.
You have three.
I could not believe how Jeff was pushing that. I mean, he's called out alliances before, but to push him to get up and stand up, say that they're the alliance, everybody else is screwed. Man, Jeff is really pushing this one. And then to tell the other three who to vote for? I'm thinking Jeff is probably sitting back this whole season and scratching his head, wondering why these people aren't playing the game. And he got sick of it, and he's finally going to push him into playing the game. And they still didn't do it. They're not smart enough to vote Chase or Sash. One of them should hand the idol over to Holly. Well, it seems they weren't smart enough to vote for Holly, even though Jeff told them to. So it goes to a tie. You're going home either way. I guess one of those, Fabio or Dan, still has delusions that they're going to be in the final three. Want to stay in control of the game, should have handed one of them to Holly. Because it comes down to fire. Jane's winning that. Why wouldn't they hand that idol over to Holly? If that was the final three that they decided on, nobody was going to vote for an idol and waste their vote except for Jane. These people make no sense. That was the best preview of the final episode I've ever seen. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to fill this one out. I'm not even sure if I'm going to have time to watch Sundays or record it while I do watch it. I might watch it out of the back of my head while I work. We'll see. Well, I'm filling this one out. Sunday's still up in the air because 3 hours of football and 3 hours of Survivor. That's a lot at this time of year. I don't like the show going this close to Christmas.